Weird American laws.
Imagine this absolute, over-the-top, laugh-out-loud chaos right now. It's a perfect sunny parade day in the small town of Lodi, California. The street is alive. Floats covered in flowers are rolling slowly forward. Marching bands are blasting upbeat tunes. Kids are jumping up and down, waving little American flags. Parents are snapping photos. Grandparents are cheering from lawn chairs. The whole town is out, everyone in their best summer clothes, smiling, happy, feeling that classic small-town pride. And then, out of nowhere, psst, a massive explosion of bright pink, electric green, neon blue, and hot yellow silly string shoots into the air like colorful fireworks gone wrong. It's flying everywhere. Thick, sticky strings are wrapping around tuba players' instruments, tangling in the hair of parade queens, draping over horses like party decorations from hell. One poor clarinet player looks like he's been attacked by a rainbow spider. A float driver is now completely covered. He looks like a walking cotton candy monster, waving his arms helplessly. Kids screaming with joy, throwing more cans. Parents are yelling, "Stop it!" Horses are snorting and rearing up. One float almost tips over from the weight of the goo. The crowd is in total pandemonium. Some people are laughing hysterically, others are furious, someone's camera's ruined, someone's new dress is destroyed. It's a beautiful disaster. Until, whoop whoop, police sirens cut through the noise like a knife. Two officers jump out of their patrol car, sprinting toward the group of teenagers still holding smoking cans. Drop the cans, hands where we can see them.
Subscribe and drop a like.
You're under arrest. Handcuffs click. One kid looks shocked, but officer, it's just silly string. The cop, with pink string dangling from his hat like sad party streamers, replies dead serious. Not in Lodi, son, not in Lodi. Yes, you heard that right. In Lodi, California, using, possessing, or even selling silly string in public during parades, festivals, or certain special events is literally against the law. And this ridiculous rule is still on the books today. You can get fined, cited, or even arrested for spraying colorful string in the wrong place at the wrong time. Stick with me, we're going deep into the wild, true, hilarious story of how a fun little can of plastic goo became a criminal offense in one small California town. By the end, you'll laugh, you'll shake your head, and you'll never look at a parade the same way again. Let's go. Welcome to Law Toons USA, the channel where America's strangest laws come to life in bright cartoons, packed with real facts, wild exaggerations, and zero boredom. Today's episode is pure sticky madness. No silly string in Lodi, California. Ridiculous law still exists. This isn't some ancient rule from the Gold Rush days or the Wild West. This is modern California, the 1990s, when silly string was everywhere. Lodi is a small, proud agricultural town known for its wine, its roses, and its big community parades. 4th of July, Thanksgiving, local festivals. Thousands of people line the streets, floats roll by, bands play, everyone's happy. And then the teenagers discovered silly string. At first it was innocent, a few sprays, some laughs, but it quickly turned into a tradition. Kids and teens would hide behind floats, in the crowd, on sidewalks, and then unleash full-on attacks. Pink, green, blue strings flying through the air like colorful missiles. They'd hit the marching band, tubas clogged, trumpets ruined. They'd hit the parade queens, crowns covered in goo. They'd hit horses, animals freaking out. They'd hit spectators, new dresses ruined, cameras sticky, babies crying. After the parade, the cleanup crews would spend hours scraping string off floats, washing instruments, power washing streets. The city was spending thousands of dollars every year just to clean up after one day of fun. So Lodi said, no more. In the mid-1990s, around 1996 to 1997, depending on the source, the city passed a specific ordinance. It is illegal to sell, possess, or discharge silly string or any similar aerosol string product in public places during parades, festivals, or special events. Violators face fines starting from a few $100s up to $1,000, and in serious cases, misdemeanor charges, community service, or even a night in jail. And yes, this law is still active today. The city hasn't repealed it. Police still remind people before big events, leave the silly string at home or you'll be going home in handcuffs. Picture the enforcement scene for the cartoon. A teenager sprays one tiny burst, just for fun. Suddenly, 3 officers appear like they were waiting for it. Hands up, drop the can. The kid freezes, but it's just string. The officer, already covered in blue goo from the previous arrest, replies, "That's exactly why you're in trouble, kid." Cut to the courtroom. The judge slams the gavel.
Subscribe and drop a like.
"Young man, you turned our beautiful parade into a sticking nightmare. How do you plead?" The teen shrugs, guilty, but it was epic. The prosecutor holds up photos, string-covered tubas, angry parade queens, a horse looking like a rainbow yeti. Epic? This is a public nuisance. The jury gasps. The judge, guilty. $750 fine, 60 hours of community service. You'll be cleaning the next parade without string. Why so strict? Because silly string isn't harmless fun when thousands of people are involved. It's extremely sticky, ruins musical instruments, especially brass and woodwinds, clogs valves and pads. Slippery, makes floats and streets dangerous. Expensive, cleanup costs the city thousands every year. Triggers allergies, ruins clothes, scares animals, causes fights. People get mad when they're covered in goo. Lodi decided, we love parades, we love community, but we don't love cleaning up plastic webs for days. So they made the rule, and it worked. Parades in Lodi are now clean, safe, family-friendly, and string-free. Now let's crank up the comedy with some what-if scenarios perfect for animation. A group of friends hiding behind a float, whispering, "On 3, 1, 2, 3. Massive string explosion. Police dogs sniff it, bark, chase them down the street in slow-motion slapstick. Chase, string flying, officers slipping, kids laughing hysterically. A tourist buys a can thinking, it's America, everything's allowed. Sprays one burst, the entire parade freezes. Officers swarm like it's a bank robbery. Hands up, drop the can. The tourist, but it's just silly string. The officer, not today, sir, not in Lodi. Kids trying to smuggle tiny cans in backpacks. One explodes in the crowd, creating the biggest string mushroom cloud ever. Chaos ensues. Police chase in cartoon style. Modern influencer twist. Silly string challenge in Lodi, day 1. Live stream, millions watching. He sprays, views skyrocket. Then sirens. Police, sir, step out of the frame. Influencer in live. Guys, I think I'm getting arrested. This is content. Even though the law sounds silly, it's a perfect example of how one small town said no more mess, and it's still enforced, especially around big events like the Lodi Grape Festival or 4th of July parade. Signs are posted, officers watch, and people know, in Lodi, leave the string at home. Otherwise, you might end up in your own animated arrest scene with string in your hair and a fine in your pocket. If this story made you laugh out loud, cringe in sympathy, or say, only in California could something this silly be real, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to Law Toons USA and hit the bell. Every day a new weird law story that's crazier than the last. And drop in the comments, what's the most ridiculous law in your city, state, or country? I read every single one. Next episode, we're tackling another absurd rule that somehow survived the test of time. Until then, stay curious, stay legal, and whatever you do, don't spray the string in Lodi. See you in the next one. USA.